How's everybody doing?
Doing good. How are you, Larry?
How
How
you
you doing?
Doing good.
How are we feeling?
I feel good.
How are the guys feeling?
I think they're feeling good. We've had 2 really good practices. We had a great practice on Sunday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday, the game plan's in. I mean, they moved around really good today, so I thought we had a really good workout.
You had said Monday that you were interested to see what kind of recall they had from Georgia Tech preparation. Gene said yesterday, pretty good. Today, another day, good recall?
Another day, yeah. It was better, but you're still, I mean, I don't want you to, they run the triple option, but they don't run Georgia Tech's offense. They run their own version of the triple option. So there's quite a few things that they do that are different from what Georgia Tech does. So, I mean, it's not like we just take the Georgia Tech game plan and go in there and play against them.
Do they pass less? And when they do pass, is it more underneath stuff? Georgia Tech likes to throw long every once in a while.
I mean, they throw the ball effectively. I don't know, what it is, how many times a game. I think they've thrown 90-something passes in 10 games. So it's not a lot. But when they do, it's pretty effective. You got everybody trying to stop the option.
You talk to your team about new goals, or is it just win the next 2 games and win your last game?
Our focus is just really being 1-0. I mean, it's really, we just want to be 1-0. If we take care of being 1-0, we'll be okay. That's it. We're not going any farther than that. Just be 1-0.
Tom played pretty well on Saturday.
Tom?
Tom Sheldon.
Oh, yeah.
Is it fair to say he's exceeded your expectations for what you thought when he came in?
Oh, no, he won't. He's not going to exceed my expectations because I expect a lot from him. I mean, from when he first stepped foot on campus and you saw him the very first day hitting balls, I mean, he can do some tremendous things. He's got a great leg. I think he's really done a great job of picking up the game and understanding the game. And like the pooch kicks the other day inside the 5-yard line, all those things. I mean, he's now feeling comfortable that he knows what needs to be done in the game.
Larry, how do you go about developing signs? Obviously, relay information, these big signs.
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know. You have to ask the offensive coaches. I don't even know what's on the signs.
Do you really not?
No, I really don't. Because I mean, I don't know any of the signals either. But I don't have to see the signals. I don't have to read them. The players are surprised at that too. They'll ask me, what was the signal for so-and-so? And I'll go, I don't know. I mean, I don't have to read the signals, so I don't know it. Really, when we do signals and we do all those things, it's really all about them. So it's whatever makes sense to them. We let them really pick the signal. I think they let them pick what goes on the sign because it's got to make sense to them. It doesn't matter if it makes sense to me.
Did you ever come up with this coordinator?
Did I ever come up with signals?
Like a sign system type thing, or holding it up like a picture board?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've done that. I mean, we didn't just start doing that. I mean, it's kind of a twofold thing. It's one, it gives your guys information and helps block things from the opposing team. As far as you're holding big boards up around the guy that's signaling. So it's just another way. I got asked today in the press conference about, do people steal signals? Well, yeah, they do. And I mean, but I've been running a no-huddle offense that signals since 1999. People have been stealing signals since 1999, but that's that's my choice is to signal. I could go into a huddle and run people out there, and then I don't have to worry about that. That's just part of the game, So we've got to do a good enough job with our signals and our system that people can't steal. It's funny if we're not having some success, that's something guys will throw out there. Oh, they must know what we're doing. I very seldom do I think that's a factor. Especially when you're running multi-tempos and you're going up tempo. Even if somebody sees it, they still got to get the information to the players on the field, right? So if your tempo's moving, I don't know how good that really helps them.
Larry, you talked Monday about lack of execution offensively.
Yes.
Is that something you now need to work on, go back and refresh, or is it a mental thing that it was more like a focus?
No, it's 2 things. I mean, it's focus. That's number 1. That's what it really boils down to. But yeah, so in practice, everything, it's back to the fundamentals of what we do and how we do it. So you grind on them about that because that's all it was a lack of focus.
How disappointing in week 11 or 10 now that you're having to do that?
It's disappointing, but that's what we do as coaches. I mean, that's what you have to do. I mean, if you don't, human nature is that you're not going to stay locked in. It's just the way it is.
This time of year, you hear a lot of rumors about coaches, that kind of thing. You talk about that with guys or with coaches to put them at ease, or
No,
how do you handle it?
I don't address it because I can't remember a year that I've been a head coach that there hadn't been some type of job speculation. And so that's why, I mean, I took that, a long time ago and just say, you know what, I'm not going to talk about all the speculation because you'd be talking about it all the time. Because anybody can put anything on the internet, you know how it goes. And then everybody wants to know. Well, it's a waste of time talking about it. It really is.
Do you think that football should have an early signing period? I know basketball has one.
I do.
Past.
I do.
What are your thoughts on that in terms of the benefits for y'all, for them?
Well, I think you've got guys that, like we're somewhere around 16 commitments, and probably 14 to 15 of them have been committed since June, and they're coming to Carolina. And so it would have been nice to have gone ahead and sign them and it'd be done for them and not have to worry about it. But there's a lot of programs that don't have all those early commitments, and so they don't want to do it that way. So I don't know if we're ever as coaches across the country going to all agree on one thing, because you got to remember, you got schools that maybe some players can't get to. I mean, we're in the state of North Carolina. The players can get to our school. They come and they visit, and so you got some schools up north or out west that maybe they can't get them there, and so I understand.
So they need the extra time. Is that why?
That's why they want extra time. Yeah.
How would they change some of the visiting rules in the summer? Maybe make June have a 2-week period where they can get to those kind of schools.
Guys can come on unofficial visits in the summer, other than during the dead period. Yes, during camps and all that, other than during the dead period. And so, I mean, we've never had a problem with guys getting to our campus, but we're also in the middle of the state of North Carolina. There are schools out there that I understand that have a problem, getting them there.
You think it ever comes to a point where they do move those?
I think so. I think so. I think our recruiting calendar has been kind of the same since I've been in college football, basically. I mean, that's a long time, and so I think there are some changes that need to be made to update what we do.
Couldn't you dress it to be beneficial to the kids? Because the ones that have committed to your program for a while and are coming here, they're still getting hit on by a lot of other schools.
No doubt.
Especially their senior year. It gives them an opportunity to have a senior year without those
There's
issues.
a lot of pluses to it. There really are. And, I mean, for a kid that knows he's coming to Carolina, or he knows he's going to whatever school, why not let him get it over with? It would clean up a lot of things. It really would. So.